Just get your ass in the gym, basically. Work out each muscle group once a week. Like, that's all you need to do.
What's up, y'all?
I have been doing something a little bit different with my workout programming. Or, well, okay, so for a while, my workout programming was this routine that I already made a video about. And I call it my fuck-ass workout split that works better than I thought it would. Or something like that. Because basically, like, I thought up this workout split, and I was like, yeah, this is probably just going to, like, maintain my muscle. Like, it's just something that I'm going to do for now because I don't feel like thinking too hard about my workout split. And we're just going to roll with it. And then it low-key, like, I was getting stronger, like, faster than I thought I would on this workout split. So I was like, sick. Good to know. And then I went on this, like, really much higher volume, much more, like, many more exercises workout split. And I was like, I fucking hate this. So I'm back to more of a like fuck ass workout split. And the thing about workout splits is genuinely, if you are working out all of your muscle groups at least a few times a week, at least once a week, preferably 2 times a week, but like at least once a week, you are going to gain muscle and strength over time. And more is not always better. This does like cap out at a certain point. I don't know exactly what those numbers are, and those numbers are different for everyone. And for me, those numbers seem to be like I noticed that I get overtrained really easily. Obviously, I still train really hard. I still train really consistently, but my body struggles with like too much volume. So that's something that I just like don't do. Unless sometimes I go through phases where I can like really put on a lot of volume and it's like fine. I don't know. My energy cycles are weird, but that's something that I work through and deal with, and it's not your problem. So I'm going to tell you guys how you should kind of think about your workout routine. So work out each muscle group at least once a week. I would recommend doing compounds very often because compound movements work out multiple muscle groups. And if you're working out multiple muscle groups, you don't have to think too hard about whether you're working out every muscle group every week, because you're not going to be doing like isolation movements for every muscle group. You can just do like squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups. You're good. You're set. That's all you need. And dude, the lighting. Oh shoot. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to drop you. That was so rude. Maybe I'll post you up somewhere else. I paused it on accident. Anyway, I'm not going to cut any of this out. This is going to be clean take. If you've made it this far, good for you. Because clearly I'm kind of struggling, but I bet someone's going to think this is funny, so I'm leaving it in. Anyway, work out each muscle group once a week. Preferably with compound lifts. I love to throw in accessories here and there, but I don't like have to throw in accessories here and there. You know, like right now, kind of what I'm doing, I just started climbing again, so that's kind of what I'm doing for arms, because I just don't care to work out arms that much, because, like, I'm just a girl. Like, I don't need to have huge fucking biceps. And anyway, I have really, like, long insertions, too, and so when my biceps get big, like, my arms just look big. Like, they don't even look, like, toned. Like, I mean, maybe if I were, like, leaner, they would, but I'm already, like, 20% body fat. So I kind of don't want my arms to be that big. And so climbing, it's a lot of like back and kind of shoulders too. And honestly, there are like some, depending on how technical you are with it, which I'm like, I kind of have to be pretty technical because I'm not as like strong as other climbers. So like people who would be able to just, pull themselves up with one arm, I have to like figure out some weird tech to get up the wall instead, and I'm like pretty good at doing that, like working around my weaknesses. So sometimes there is like pushing with it, but basically what I do is climbing, squats. I'm trying to get just like really good at squatting again, which I already am pretty good at squatting again, or like I did a phase like this, like, which if you watch the first video of my fuck-ass workout split, you'll see. But then I kind of started like ego lifting when I was in the like other workout split, and so I'm just going back to like making sure that my form is dialed. And obviously I'm still going to work to get stronger, but form takes precedent over weight on the bar. And I'm also doing just like at least one single leg accessory movement with that. And every once in a while, I'll probably deadlift, hip thrust, whatever. But I noticed I was doing lunges and I was like, I am so off balance doing lunges. This is kind of embarrassing. Clearly, I need to work on my single leg strength again. So, yeah, we are in a climbing and unilateral leg strength phase, and also squatting. But like I'm always in a squatting phase because the way that my body is proportioned is just like not optimal for squats because I have really long femurs, really short calves. So when I squat, here, maybe I can show you guys. I like fall. Oh my. I actually can't show you guys because I have my headphones in, but I'm always in a like getting good at squatting phase because my squat form is something that just needs all the help it can get because my body just isn't made for that. What is important here is that I'm still being consistent in the gym. Even though my split isn't like optimal anymore, I'm still going to the gym pretty much every day. And I say every day because I'm not always lifting. Sometimes I'm just doing mobility. Sometimes I'm just climbing. But I'm like making an appearance at the gym, if you will, every day. And that is so much more important than being on like an optimal split, because if you're on an optimal split but you're not consistent with it, you're going to make less gains than if you're on like a less optimal split and you were super consistent with it. So, just get your ass in the gym, basically. Like, that's all you need to do. And then you'll gain muscle, and then you'll be healthier, and your bone density will improve, and you'll get stronger, assuming that you're pushing yourself. Be consistent and progressive overload. Because again, if you're on like an optimal split, but you never add weight to the bar, it's doing nothing for you. I just think that people think a little bit too hard about their workout split a lot of the time, which if you're like genuinely a bodybuilder or some shit, it makes sense. But if you're not, I just don't think you have to do that. I think that you can build a perfectly good physique without all that thinking about it. And I do think that your body does need to move every single day because our bodies just crave movement, because as humans, we were built to move. We're animals, like we have actin, myosin, muscles, the Z lines. In case you guys didn't know, your muscle fibers, they like go together like this. And so there's, it's called sliding filament theory. So basically when your muscles contract, the actin runs across the myosin, and you guys should look up a video of this if you want to. And then your muscles contract and they go like this. And that's how your muscles contract. And it's really cool. I love the science behind this. And also it takes like a lot of ATP to do all this. And also like it takes a lot of glucose to do this. Like I do a lot with the glycolysis pathway in the lab that I work in. Like we do a lot of analysis with it, and I'm like, damn. This is just happening in all of your cells all the time, a lot. Do you know that there's like 6 steps to it? And actually, I love glycolysis because there's the preparatory phase and then the payoff phase. And I think that you see this in life a lot, okay? Like the preparatory phase and the payoff phase. And so the preparatory phase, maybe that's you right now about to get into the gym. I'm preparing you to get into the gym. There is an energy input going into your brain to prepare you to go to the gym, to be consistent, not just optimal. And then the payoff phase is going to be when you implement these things and you go to the gym and you start doing your compounds and you start gaining strength and you add weight to the bar. That's the payoff phase, right? And so that's like glycolysis. And maybe I'll put a picture of the glycolysis cycle here so that you guys can see the preparatory phase and the payoff phase. And I also think about this with like, I've been thinking about this a lot recently because I'm about to like actually hit this shit with the business that I started a year ago. And I'm hitting it with like literally, I pivoted my business before I ever made a profit. I don't even know if I'm going to make a profit right now, actually, because, yeah, it's all unforeseen, but hey, this is where the Lord is taking me, so I would assume that this will be fruitful, I hope. Anyway, I've been thinking about it a lot recently because this last year was like my preparatory phase. Like there was a lot of energy input. I learned a lot about personal branding, content, whatever. And then the payoff is now when I'm actually going to like do the work. Scary. No, but it's okay. I'm actually really excited, and I'm really excited to actually hit it because I've been thinking like I could kind of tell that like the Lord was like, this isn't what you want to put too much work into, because I literally just wasn't trying with my business before I pivoted to fashion. I was just like kind of doing like the bare minimum, and it's because I just wasn't passionate about it. But you know what I love? Clothes. So, and I mean, I will still do coaching if people want that, but y'all gotta like want that, like you gotta come to me, all that fun stuff. Anyway, preparatory payoff phase, good shit. Work out consistently. It doesn't have to be optimal. And even if you're like really, really like, you're one of those people that like you get into the gym and then you stop, and then you get into the gym and you're going like 5 days a week and you're like going for like 2 hours a day, and then you stop entirely for like months at a time, bro, start going to the gym for like 15 minutes a day or something, or go like once a week. Like limit yourself to how much you can do in the gym, because then your body's going to like want it, and it's going to be so much easier to build the consistency, because you're not just going to be like forcing yourself to do this thing that isn't realistically going to be something that you can actually do consistently for the rest of your life. Because health and fitness, these are things that you want to be able to do for the rest of your life, because that is how you have a long life. Because like if you just do them in your 20s and you like look really good and then you just stop when life gets busy, you're still going to like have a much higher chance of all-cause mortality because you're not active when you're older. So that is why being consistent is a lot more important than having like an optimal split. And this is also why I'm not calorie tracking anymore, which I made another video about, which I'll put in the cards. But I think that's really all I have to say about this topic. Comment any questions. This was a very just like kind of brief overview of like how I'm doing my workout split right now, just to like, basically the reason I'm switching it up like this is so that I enjoy working out again. And also, since it's like coupled with me trying to like learn my hunger and fullness cues, I don't want to be like intellectualizing like, did I get enough carbs before my workout? Is my workout gonna be good? Because like, bro, my workout's gonna be good because my workout isn't even gonna take that long, and it's not even that hard, and we get to go climb up a wall, and the holds are all pink on the ones that I climb because I like the ones with pink holds. Also, guys, climbing with nails on, hard, difficult, very difficult. So next time I get my nails done, I will be having her do them very short, because some of those holds are kind of flat, and so I'd be like scratching up the walls and shit, and I'm like, yikes. But that's all I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped. Peace out.